Communication so real, no cap. A different language for woman and man. Decode the language and you'll understand. Nah, it'll help you out. Rest assured, women have no doubt. Pillow talk, dinner talk. Give you the info to walk the walk. Now, sometimes it's a foreign language. Now know what's up. Don't mistake it. This'll help you every situation. Empower yourself. It's liberating, yeah. Communication, don't need no speculation. Just get that clarification, then reconciliation. Man translation, yeah. Man translation, yeah.
What's up, people? Welcome to another Sunday of Man Translation. What's going on out there, Facebook Live and YouTube Live? I am Sky C, and this is Dante V. And we are here to bridge the gap of communication between men and women. We come on here and have great conversations about all kinds of good stuff. So today, we're going to be talking about, this is my son, for all of you that don't know. So we do this show. So that, we have to set the example, right? So I have to set the example that mothers and sons can have healthy relationships. So I was thinking about why relationships fail. So many people you talk to, you listen to, they're having problems in their relationships. You look at your own relationships and you be like, why didn't it work out? Why did the relationship? Because most of the time people just keep going to the next relationship. They never stop to examine why the relationship didn't work. You have to examine. Okay, yes, you can't just point the finger and blame everything on the other person.
That's stopping to look back on a relationship takes a lot, because the first thing you got to do is you got to take responsibility for your actions and what you did wrong, which a lot of people don't want to do. It was him, it was her, she was this, she was that. But what about you? That's the major thing. Taking accountability is always going to be major. And it's also the adult thing to do. So don't say, I'm a grown man, I'm a grown woman, but yet you pointing the finger.
It also goes to self-awareness, being aware. And oftentimes, I think all these years of me talking to people and people telling me their issues and problems and observing, human nature, people are just not aware. They're not aware of how their behaviors affect other people. They're just not aware. And we see this all the time, especially down here in Texas, the way they drive. They act like they're the only people on the road.
Man.
They cut you off with this much space in between. They get right in front of you. And so, because why? They're not aware of how much space things take up. People are just...
And also, I don't think they care. I don't think Texas drivers give a damn about safety, lives. It's about me, what I can get, what I'm trying to do. It's like, I don't have kids in the car. I'm just do not care whatsoever.
So as I was thinking about this subject matter, and as I was, going through my mind and listening to the people, relationships, and the heartache and the pain and all of the unhappiness that people experience, I just was thinking about, like, for real, why do relationships fail? And we always have those surface things, we didn't have any trust, we didn't have any respect, we didn't have any communication, all those like obvious things. But as I really began to think about my own life and my own situations, and when things changed, when things really changed for me, and it was when I sat down and had a vision for my life. We go through life without a plan. We go through life with no plan. We don't have a plan for our personal life. We don't have a plan for our family life. We don't have a plan for our community, our work life. We have all these different areas of our lives, we don't have a plan for it. So I was thinking, relationships are failing because there's no purpose.
Yeah, it's just
So,
two people existing in a relationship.
yeah,
He made me happy. She
right,
made me happy. And
right,
there's no real test. There's nothing. It's just we just
exactly.
eating good, having sex, and watching crime documentaries on TV. That is it.
That's it. That's it, Dante. And it's like it becomes the cure. And you know what? As I was thinking about it, I was thinking about how selfish people are in
Mm.
relationships. Like people are really selfish because you don't want to be in a relationship because you are fulfilling purpose or you don't want a partner in purpose. You really want a relationship because you don't want to be lonely and you want
No,
somebody to fill all of your needs. That's selfish.
I'm not even gonna. Whew. Yes, the relationship because oh man, okay, let me calm down. I'm gonna calm down because relationships are about servitude. It's not about you. It really is about what I can do for you and how I can help you in your purpose and vice versa. It's supposed to be helping each other. Um, got into this. I'm gonna say debate because I don't argue with people, but got into this debate with people back and forth, and like I hear a lot of people say they want consistency, but you lack
Mhm.
understanding. You're
Right.
used to things being a certain way because it benefits you. But the moment it goes out of what benefits you because they got something else going on or they have to tend to this, it's like you no longer understand. Oh, I need consistency. I can't do this. No, you just expect me to be a certain way all the time because it benefits you.
It's selfish.
Um,
They
yes.
selfish. Yeah, people in relationships are very selfish. Well, he didn't do this, and he should have did that, and he don't understand, and he this, and he that, and she ain't do this. Selfish. You're selfish.
Mhm.
So we're not going to talk about the typical things that you normally hear people talk about in relationships. We come on this show, we do a deep dive. Okay,
Mhm.
you're selfish. You're in a relationship because of what you can get from someone. That is a recipe for failure.
Yes.
You're supposed to be in a relationship because you have found a partner in purpose. So you don't know your purpose, he don't know his purpose. So what are y'all together for? Sex. That's it.
Is it
That's all y'all got.
after, after
Y'all ain't
Ross
got.
is going to be played?
You don't have anything in common, and so it's going to fail. Anytime you put something together, it has to be for a reason that's greater than the both of you.
Right.
So you don't even need a husband. You don't even need a wife. You need a partner, okay, and purpose. But before you could do that, before we could even get to that, what is your personal vision for your life? You need to have a master plan for your life. Okay, once I sat down and began to really, chronicle my life and document my life and say, okay, what is it that I really want out of my life? Before I could
Mhm.
even think about a partner, before I could even think about business, before I could even get to that, I had to have a personal vision. Because without vision, you're blind. You can't see where you're going. And so when you hear people complain about, oh, the relationship is not growing, it's not going anywhere, it's never going to grow because you don't have no sight. You blind. You're walking around in the dark. You don't have a vision for the relationship. You don't have a vision for your family. You don't.
Mm.
What is it that your family is supposed to contribute as a whole to society? What kind of children are you supposed to be raising so
Mm.
that they can not only make a contribution to society, but they can make a contribution to themselves and be whole people?
Mm.
So I'm like, that's why these relationships are not working. Nobody is going into the relationship thinking about the big picture. People are going into the relationship being selfish, wanting to get their needs met,
And it doesn't work that way. It does
and
not work
having
that way.
and placing a high expectation on other people. It's not that person's job to make you happy. You gotta be kidding me. Like, I'm not the court jester. Remember, the court jester's job was to come out and make the king and the queen laugh. Do I look like
Mm.
the court jester to you? Okay,
Whew.
that's not like that. My job is not to make you happy. My job is to share happiness, my own happiness with you.
Uh-huh.
My job, all these expectations are unrealistic. You're putting all this burden on another human being.
Yeah,
That's
no.
not their job. It's not even your job to take care of me. It's my job to take care of me. Yeah. So anything
Mhm.
that you do for me is just a bonus.
It's a bonus.
Cause then you're gonna be walking around, well, he ain't give me nothing for Valentine's Day. And he forgot my birthday. Mm-hmm.
I've been there. I was on the phone with my ex this years ago. Had a whole conversation with her, like the entire day. It was my birthday. She completely. Oh, I ain't feel no type of way. I didn't care. She called me mad at me because I didn't tell her it was my birthday. What? I ain't
And a lot
mad. You
of
shouldn't
times
be.
people they don't have no compatibility. Why? Because you're not understanding that you're supposed to be partnering with somebody to come together with your vision. That's the same thing with your job. A lot of people work at jobs that they hate because it does not align with your purpose. Because you don't know what your purpose is. So now you at a job that you don't align with. So let me give you an example. I always use myself as an example. Before I started my business, I worked at Metro as a light rail operator. I drove a train, right?
Mm.
And it was I just couldn't wrap my brain around just a lot of stuff. Because why? Because their mission and vision didn't line up with my values. And I just could not reconcile in my mind how people could come to work at a place that kills people with this train. They done killed college students with this train down here in Texas, Houston, Texas. They done ran over homeless people. They done killed so many people with this train. This is a high powered train that is on the ground. This is not like in Philadelphia where we have trolleys that move real, real slow, or you can catch the bus, or you can get on the elevated train. This is a high powered train that is on the track that cannot stop on a dime. So while I'm in training, a car runs into the side of my train. And my trainer, he was on there with me, but I didn't even know. I heard the noise, but I didn't know what happened. He trying to beat the train and catch the light, ran into the side of the train. The car ricocheted and it threw him down the street, literally, almost a whole block. He could have killed so many people. It was only a miracle that nobody got killed, or even him. He walked away from the crash. And I just remember going, you have to go, you get tested and everything, make sure don't have anything in your system. I remember I'm sitting there, I'm talking to the lady, and I'm just like, man, this is so dangerous, and so many people are getting killed with this train, and I just don't want to be a part of that. And she said it's not if because I was like, well, if I hit somebody, she's like, no, 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 it's not if you hit somebody, it's when you hit somebody. I said, yeah, I'm about to get put in my 2 week notice because,
I ain't signing to be no killer. What?
but
I ain't man.
but see they blame it on the people like the two girls that got killed on the college campus. Oh, they had their headphones in. They're totally overlooking the fact that the train should not be on the ground. Period. Okay, they put the train on the ground. I did my investigative work. They put the train on the ground because they wanted the Super Bowl dollars. Super Bowl wouldn't come to Texas because they handle transportation. Because Texas is huge. You don't have a car, you're gonna be on the bus for 4 hours trying to go 30 minutes down the street. Huge, it's huge. So they wanted those dollars, even though it would have been cheaper to elevate the train, it would have took longer.
Mm.
So they put it on the ground. And they was having all kind of problems with it. And so it just didn't line up with my values. It didn't line up with my morals. I cannot come to a job that totally blames the dead person well, they should be paying attention. The train should not be on the ground. Can we talk about that part? Can we
Mm.
not overlook that part? You know what I mean? So I probably wasn't supposed to be there anyway. I was there for a purpose, and the purpose was revealed, and then it was time to go. And so my point is, what I'm saying is that everything you do has to line up with your core beliefs, your values, your morals, your gifts, your talents, all of that comes into play. Your relationships don't have any meaning. That's why they're failing. They have no meaning. He has one goal. He going in one direction. You want to do something else completely different. Y'all gonna be arguing every day, and then you're gonna be resentful because now you got to put all your the goals you do have on the back burner.
First thing first, got to talk about relationships because in a relationship, there should not be any sacrifice. It should only be compromise. When you sacrifice, somebody loses. You compromise, everyone wins. But people don't understand. It's like, well, I got something I want to do, so you go off and you just do that. Or one person will put their dreams on hold to assist the other person. And then a lot of times, unfortunately, when that person gets to what they want, the person who did the sacrificing, they never get their turn. So it's like you lost all of those years. Well, you can't say lost, but you missed out on all those years of you could have been doing what you were doing either on the side or I know, Mama. I know. And now, you get rid of that person. Now it's like, all right, time to play catch up.
But you know what? It kind of like, and for me in my life, I still feel that way. And you have to fight resentment because resentment will get in. But you know what I found was like now I have so much experience. I have so much to bring. I am such an asset to wherever I go. You know what I'm saying? So if I would have did things at the time that I wanted to do them, I didn't have as much experience. I didn't have as much knowledge. So now it's like you're ready because you have a wealth of knowledge and experience to bring. And I just don't understand how people can come into these relationships and never even think about the compatibility of both of the visions that you all were called to do on the planet, because you're not here just to fulfill your own needs. You're here really to serve other people in whatever capacity. Yeah, you know what I mean? So if that starts first in your relationships and then first starts at home. Now, when you guys were little, you knew what your goal, your gifts and your talents and stuff were, but and we do have a family, business. The nonprofit is the family vision and everything, but we don't really translate that to our relationships. No. We don't say the person that I want to be with should be my partner in purpose. We should be partnering for a greater purpose. When you partner for a greater purpose, like it's to me, it's adventurous. Every day is not the same. You get up, you jump out of bed because you're excited about what the day is going to bring. You know what I mean? And so imagine that in a relationship. People get bored in relationships, and they get tired of each other, get on each other's nerves because y'all don't know what your purpose is. And it's not just to have sex all the time. You're gonna get tired of that.
After a while, yeah.
The purpose brings substance. How many married people have you heard say, I got married and now she don't even want to sleep with me no more?
Yeah.
We used to be like rabbits. Now it'd be every 6 months.
Why is it that every time a woman imitates a man, his voice got to be deep and slow? Wow. What do we do to y'all?
Oh goodness. So,
but no, what you're saying is absolutely true. Is absolutely correct. I've heard that more times than not. I've kind of sort of experienced it to a degree. There's a lot of things I can say to that, honestly. I mean, that person did what they needed to do to get what they want, whether it was marriage or in a relationship or whatever the case may be. Now they feel as though they got you. Where you gonna go? Breaking up with someone is way easier than getting divorced. Divorce is a process.
Yeah.
Breaking up, I can just walk off, just walk away. All right, you go your way, I go mine, leave it alone.
But you
yeah,
still, though, you still have not come not one step closer. You still have not moved the needle, in your life. And I think maybe it has to do with maturity too, because as you get
yes.
older, things become more about purpose and being fulfilled than it does about really anything else. And when you're younger, it's like you're just living for the moment, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But and every year they make these vision boards every year, and everything on the vision board is material things. I want my house, my car, is all material things. It's normally nothing of any substance. You are a person that has
Mhm.
to be filled with substance. If you are in a relationship with no substance, you're gonna be unhappy. If you're on your job and that's not where you're supposed to be, you're gonna be unhappy. I'm telling you,
Mhm.
you're gonna be unhappy. If you know you're at a place because you're there for purpose, nobody's going to be able to get on your nerves. They're not going to be able to run you out. You're not going to be complaining about the people because you know that they trying to run you out because they ain't supposed to be there. So it brings a whole nother dimension and level to, what it is. Latanya said, hi, Dante.
Hey,
Hey, Latanya.
that that's
So,
that's Raymond's wife. That's Ray's wife.
hey, Ray's wife. How you
Hey,
doing? Thanks for coming.
what's going on?
It brings a whole nother dimension. And the thing about purpose is it's never too late to find it.
No, never.
It's never too late for you to find what your purpose is. It's never too late for you to revisit, like let's sit down and let's talk about what is the purpose that we came together?
Hmm.
Because it's going to enhance. To me, purpose enhances everything, and it brings an excitement. You ever see two people together and they just miserable and bored and just tolerating each other?
Because they're existing in that relationship. One person don't want to be alone. You found someone else who don't want to be alone, but y'all alone together.
It's like, what is it? Yes, what is it that you want to do? Just sit down and be. She said, yes. What is it that you want to do? Because that's an indicator. What is it that you want to do with your life? Like when you were little, what is it that you dreamed of doing? That's a strong indicator. That thing that you wanted to do is a strong indicator of what it is you're supposed to be doing. It's a strong indicator. And so you need to revisit. We need to revisit in these relationships people that's already together. We need to, because it's going to bring the spark back. It's going to bring back the excitement. It's going to bring back the enthusiasm, the motivation, the hope, the faith, the encouragement, the edification. It's going to do a total rehaul because you all have a vision and you seeing the same thing. Imagine being in the car and you on one end going one direction and I'm on got a steering wheel over here and I'm trying to go somewhere else. We're gonna crash.
I'm gonna get out the car because what?
No, it's like
You got it.
it's like when you when you learning how to drive
You got it.
and they have the brake, but things change as you get older. Things do change as you get older, but so does your vision. Your vision changes too. You have to tweak it, add things to it, and everything. And that's more of the excitement. Dante said he's gonna get out the car. He's so silly.
No.
That's the thing. You tweak it because even though you have a plan, a plan is just like a blueprint, but you still, as you go along, you may have to change some things, or you may have to revisit some things, or whatever. But it's never too late to find out what your purpose is. It's never too late to add substance to your relationship. I just can't imagine just being with somebody just for the sake of saying I'm with somebody.
No. Mhm.
I want to be with somebody. I want to partner with somebody in purpose. I want to have what is the master plan for your life? And the master plan consists of not just you. It consists of your personal. Then what is the vision for your family? We always talk about these dynasties. We always talk about the 13 bloodlines. You can talk about them. They might be wicked. I don't know the people
But
personally.
they all on the
But I
same
know they
accord.
got a plan for their family.
They all on the same accord.
So
Oh wow.
who
Not
was
sure
that?
who that is. I don't know who that is.
It didn't show you what it was.
You're gonna
We're
take
not
ass to sleep
going
after
to
this.
sleep. We're not
Well,
going to
clearly you
sleep.
watching it.
We're not going to sleep. We woke, and we're gonna wake you up if you keep watching. And so, you know, you have to really, you have to. Let me see. I'm gonna have to before. So
I'm
they
trolling.
said they trolling. You see it?
What's
God,
it?
please. It starts with self love. It starts with self love. Starts with self love. Because, but see, when you have self love, then you have selflessness. You have selflessness and not selfishness. There's a difference. When you have self love, it's all about selflessness. I don't even know. We're gonna have to eventually get a moderator, Dante, to block those people that come in and say crazy stuff.
You mean
You know
like
what
I
I'm
just
saying?
did?
Okay, you did. All right, cool then. Because we don't have time.
Yeah, I
We don't have
literally
time for negativity. Because this
so
show, we drop too many nuggets and too many gems and too many things for to be dealing with, you know, negativity. All I can say is, you know, get a notepad, because it's gonna help you tremendously. So
well
it does start with
yep.
what you say,
No,
Dante?
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Right. If you don't have love yourself, you can't love someone else. Absolutely. If you don't have anything for yourself, you can't give, because you can't give people what you don't have. You can't give anybody
Sure.
anything what you don't have. And having a master plan for your life is believe it or not, self love. Because you're not just like a tumbleweed in the wind, just allowing life to just happen to you. You're having a plan and you're taking life by the horns and you're driving life and saying, this is where I want my life to go because this is what it is I'm supposed to be doing. And it brings to me just another dimension of more than happiness, but joy in these relationships because people are so miserable together. And then when you ask them, you know, well, what plan do you have for your relationship? Like, what is it that you hope to accomplish? They don't
Mhm.
know because that person was the cure to their selfishness. That person was the cure they thought to their loneliness. Marriage does not cure loneliness. Being in a
No, it is
relationship
not.
does not cure loneliness. If you
Because
if
you
you're
can be in a
lonely, you're gonna be
relationship and
lonely,
still be by yourself.
and you can't lose yourself for that person. Woo, child.
Oh, oof.
Where was you at? I needed you when I was young. Because you will lose yourself. But see, you lose yourself because you don't really have a plan. You don't know what you're supposed to be doing in life. So you will lose yourself. That's one of the things I like about Candy Burris. I thought when Candy got married that she wasn't gonna be doing half the stuff she was doing. Child, she done put the pedal to the metal and she full steam ahead. She's doing more things now. And that's how you can tell when you have a partnership. When you know that the person that you are with is your partner in purpose because they add value to what it is that you already have been purposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
that's what it's all about. It's not about me getting my needs met and you getting left out. It's about both of us coming together and being there for each other emotionally, mentally, spiritually, on basically every level. And that's what I really want to see in relationships. I really want people to sit down and think about what you really want. What is your purpose and what is the purpose for this person to be in your life? You have
Right.
pledged your life to someone for the
Mhm.
rest of your life. The least you can do is have a vision for what this union is supposed to be about. You know, what kind of children are you both trying to raise? What is it that your children supposed to be doing in society, in the community? Do you take your children to go volunteer and give,
Hmm.
clothes and food and do things for people less fortunate than themselves? Or are y'all all miserable in the same pot? My marriage is just isn't based off of love and friendship. We're also business partners. Absolutely.
Yes they are, and they are one hell of a team too.
There you
And
go.
them two they bounce back off each other. Yes.
Yeah, because that's the way it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. But it's so many relationships and marriages that are not that way, and people are very unhappy because I think that it's more of a partnership than anything, and then they accentuate each other. They accentuate each other. So, and then the ideas are going to be coming, and you're going to be excited, like, yeah, and we could do this, and we could do that, and that's what it is. The relationships are failing because we lack purpose, we lack vision, we don't have any goals, we don't know where the relationship is supposed to be going. Because I feel like those are the people that you're going to attract. When you're in your purpose, you attract other people that got what you have in common. Like, I don't have to put myself in the rooms with millionaires. They already attracted to me because that's the direction that I'm going in. You know what I'm saying? So everything becomes like natural. Everything becomes natural. So she said my marriage isn't based on it's a business partner. So Dante, I haven't met them yet. I can't wait to meet them. You talk about Ray and his wife all the time too.
Yes.
We thank you guys for your support. We still hanging on in here.
Yes. Despite the troll.
We've been on here this long. That's the first troll we ever really had, Dante.
Second.
Yeah, that other lady.
Yeah.
Nobody worry about those trolls.
I'm not worried about it. I mean, I got that address. It don't matter.
But see, this is the thing about that too. That's an indicator. And when the trolls start showing up, it's time for promotion. Hey, she said we have to learn how to keep our personal business and our personal life behind closed doors, and we argue behind closed doors. Yeah.
Which is how you're supposed to do it. Ain't no out in public. No, when we get home, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna not only talk about it, we're gonna fix it, and we're gonna have a plan moving forward. So this doesn't happen again.
Well, because it seems like they understand that marriage is sacred. And when marriage is sacred, yeah, you may have those people that you can talk to about, something that going to keep your confidences, just to have that counsel, that safety net. But yeah, I believe you should keep those things behind closed doors. And if at all possible, have those heated discussions, we call them. We don't argue, we have heated discussions. But I just want to
passionate about what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I just want to hear people I just want to hear more people coming together in purpose and partnership and purpose and coming up with a master plan for their personal lives, and not, like you said, having to sacrifice. Why should I have to sacrifice what I was called on the planet to do and what I was called on the planet to be? I should not have to sacrifice my identity and, like she said, lose yourself in order to be with you. No, that's a red flag. That means I'm not supposed to be with you.
Yeah. No. You're making me work even harder than I should be. Relationships should be easy. Granted, yes, there are going to be some bumps in the road. There's some things you got to deal with. But the job is not to make it complicated with your wish list, your wants and demands. And I want you to do this. I want you to do that. It's like, you can do this for yourself. The crazy part is,
when you're partners, I think that when you're partners, it changes your perspective. Like when you look at your partner as a partner, it totally gives it a whole different, outlook, because normally when you're partnering with somebody, you do have a mutual respect.
Yeah.
We're not going to cuss at each other. If you was at a business meeting and the man said something you didn't like, were you going to jump up from the table and start cussing the man out? No.
No, you're going to deal with him accordingly. Not the Will Smith way. Maybe the Will Smith way.
Y'all gonna leave Will Smith alone. But I think the lack of purpose in these relationships, and whether it be a friendship, it could be a friendship. What's the purpose of you coming together with this person? Because everybody's not your friend. Sometimes people just want to take a peek into your life and see what it is you're doing, because they lack identity and they don't have any direction. So you're giving them guidance.
I ain't doing nothing. Leave me
What
alone.
is the purpose? Is this somebody who you only hear from when you have a problem? Do they call and check on you from time to time to see why you make that face? I say,
Because now, for me, I do have a series of people who they'll
she said
pop
they
up.
were together 10 years before they got married. Wow,
I know it was that long,
wow. See,
but
because
I
because
have
ain't nobody in a hurry. When you operating in purpose, purpose ain't going nowhere. It's always ready to be discovered.
no,
10 years.
I have a series of people in my life. I won't name any names. They really only call when they want something, and it's just, oh hey, how you doing? What's going on? It's like, what you want. It's
Takers.
almost it's almost like the stereotype of most daughters. They be buddy buddy with their father because they want something. What you want? You never just nice.
Takers.
What's you like? What do you do? You never really call me to ask me about me, and it's like, why are you here? Why?
Takers.
I just you just kind of just let it go. It is what it is. Okay, all right, fine. And then they get mad when they don't necessarily hear from you because who wants to go and deal with that on a consistent basis?
Right. She said they are the wrong ones. They are the wrong
Hmm.
ones. Yeah, they
Absolutely.
are the wrong ones. They are.
Mm-mm.
They are definitely the wrong ones. So you have to have a purpose. Everyone that comes into your life, they should have some type of purpose. They should lend unto what it is that you want to accomplish. Some
Oh
type of
no,
way. Who
that don't
is
even
this?
make sense. I don't know who that is. Give me a minute. That don't even make sense. How you miss me, but then you only come around because you want something. And we ain't
Well,
talking
because
about sex either.
because remember, I always say you only desire what you don't have. What does it mean to miss something? It means you're lacking something.
Go find it somewhere else.
They want to
I
get it
got it.
from you. When you miss somebody, that means you lacking something. If they ain't called to check on you, they shouldn't be. If they ain't called to check on you, they shouldn't be there. That's right. They only call you when they in trouble. They don't call to check on you to see how you doing. That's not really. That's a one-sided friendship. That's not a friendship in purpose. Everything
Who
in your
said?
life from this point on should be about purpose. What is the reason you are in my life? What's the reason you are here? Boom. Because I don't have no energy to be wasting
And
at this
that's
moment.
where I'm at with life. I don't. I'm too old. Can't be doing all this.
Hey, you are not old. If
Hey,
you old, I
okay.
must be ancient.
Well, no, because every time I'm with you, I got to be like the dad or some old dude. Like, is that your sister? That's your sister. We should know. It's my mom. And I'm looking
Dante,
at you like,
we've been going
and I'm
through
looking
this
at
since
you
you was a little boy. We've been going through this all our
exactly.
lives.
So who am I? I got to be the old man. Do that. That's your sister, sir. If you don't get your old, try to pick somebody up. What you want?
He's
You
trying to
want something?
find a partner in purpose.
No, he ain't. He's
They
trying to
she
get some
said
cut.
they draining your life force. Now you know you can't let nobody. The energy vampires. You know the energy vampires. Those are the narcissistic people with the narcissistic
Mm.
traits over here, sucking all up your life. She said, tell you crazy. I know, Dante. So you should be planning together. Because right now, the
Right.
people that are meeting, some kind of way, they are all lining up for the vision and the purpose that I have. And I haven't even gone looking for these people. That's how I can always tell when I'm going to the next level, when it's time for me to go to the next level in my vision. Because the people, they start coming, the conversations change. The
Right.
conversation, if you really be paying attention, the conversation changes. And it's like, oh, da, 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 you should be this, da, 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 da. You just be like, okay, like you might have a question. I'm like, well, should I do this or should I do it that way? And then all of a sudden now, people are coming to me. It's the same thing with the producer thing. It was like soon as I started moving in that direction, all these people that said broadcasting and got their own TV shows and all this stuff, they all started gravitating towards me. And so that's how I knew I had gone to another level because in my purpose. So we need to be focusing on
I
what,
can't see
what is
your
our
post.
vision and our plan. because then our children they have a part to play in that too.
Mhm.
Everybody in your household, every last one of your children. I don't care if you got two children. I don't care if you have one children. Whatever their gifts and their talents are and their purpose, it fits into the big picture of the vision for the family. It
Right.
does. It fits. And that's what people go around all the time saying, I don't fit nowhere. Where do I fit?
Well, first of all, you got to know what you got so you can know where to fit in at, and I think that's the other
It
issue
starts
too.
at home. It starts at home. It starts with mom and dad. You're not gonna go in the world and find out where you fit. You gotta find out where you fit at home with mom and dad. So if you're coming together with somebody and they have a purpose, and mom and dad, like Ray and his wife, they're business partners or whatever. The children, they're not gonna be in the world lost, talking about where do I fit, where do I belong. She said, yes, my friends always say, I want a relationship like y'all. See, that they
Hmm.
relationship goals. And why do they have a great relationship? Because they're together, they're partners in purpose. That's why these relationships are failing and people are unhappy. People are unhappy at their jobs because you're mismatched. That's not where you belong. You're
Nope.
not supposed to be at that job with those people. That's why you're unhappy because that's not where you're supposed to be. You're even where you work at should lend into your vision. Even where you work at, some type of way you should be. It should always be an exchange. See, selfishness is one sided. But if you're there to
Hmm.
serve, if we're in a partnership, I'm serving you, you serving me, we automatically both getting our needs met. We don't have to walk around protesting. I ain't getting my needs met. I ain't getting my needs met. We don't have to do that. John say, what is that?
Nope.
It's an exchange that's happening. And then that's going to enhance the other parts of your life. It's going to enhance it. So the regular stuff. Oh, we don't have any trust, or we don't have any respect, or our priorities, or we have no intimacy. When you are with a partner in purpose, y'all always got something to talk about.
Always.
Always got something to talk about.
And even if you don't, you still understand the level of I'm just let her go off and do their thing right now. And there's a level of peace that you both understand. Cause ain't
Right.
nothing worse than getting in the car and you about to drive and they talking over the music. If you don't shut up, you need to know me better than this. No, we ain't doing it. We're not talking over the radio. That's not what we're not gonna do. Okay. Hush. Getting on my damn
Yes,
nerves.
and then it's a beautiful thing. I went through that with the state. I had to ask myself, where was I the happiest? Where are you? That's it.
Mm.
That's it. The last thing you want to do is be unhappy in your personal life, and then come together with somebody, and then you spreading the unhappy. Go on somewhere with your unhappy self and find out what you're supposed to be doing
First of all,
with
I have to be, and I have to say this, I have to be affected by that, to which I am not. If you unhappy, then you stay unhappy over there. Okay? There's a boundary here. There's a wall here. I'm not gonna let what you feeling affect me and what I got going on over here. That's what ain't gonna happen. Mm.
And see, the thing is that because of their partnership and purpose is ministering to other people. Marriage was not created for the flesh. It was not created even for companionship. It was created to fulfill vision.
Mhm.
And when you lack vision and you can't have vision without purpose. See,
But
every year when y'all do these little vision boards, it don't have nothing to do with your goals. Goals is a part of it, but if you don't know what your purpose is, you're just gonna be somewhere being loud and wrong. Said yes. You're just gonna be somewhere being loud and wrong. And so everything has to line up. Even if the people in your family don't line up, even if you have a personal vision and then you have a vision for your family and your family don't get on board, let that train keep going. They're gonna hop on. They'll hop on eventually. But at least
eventually,
they know. At least they know. Y'all knew about the greater works ever since y'all was little.
yes, yes.
It was a long
we did.
time coming, and it finally came to fruition.
It's here. It's here, and it's being worked on.
It's here. Everybody knows what their part is. Everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing. That's our family vision. That's the purpose. That's the family vision. And every gift and talent in this family lends into that partnership. Every last one. And so that's how we take it to the next step. Because you learn those social skills at home. Those social skills have to be put to practice and applied. You know, and I tell people all the time, everybody want to be in business, but you can't even solve the problems in your own life. She said vision boards is good, but if you don't believe in putting it to action, making things happen, what's the point? That's what
it's just a board. You out there playing arts and crafts.
All it got is material things on it, cars and houses and Range Rovers
and glitter. The hell we doing with this glitter?
That's not no vision. It might be a goal, but it's not a vision. Your vision should be so big that it affects globally, internationally, everything. It should be way bigger than you. It should be way bigger than you. If your vision board only got material things on it, what happened? You spent your money for what?
Arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts.
You done went there and done with the Michaels and everything else. You gonna get this vision board together.
You know
now
what?
It's just sitting in the basement somewhere.
When I first did a vision board, I did it with my daughter. After that, we don't even cut out pictures no more. We do digital. I do digital boards now. When my computer pop up, my vision is right there. I have a digital. We do digital. You know, we stay current. But it doesn't have, like, my board doesn't have like a bunch of jewelry. She said it's a it's a wish board. So she's saying that if you don't put it to action, it's just a wish.
Yeah.
That's true. That is so true. So it should be, and then some people have husbands on there, okay? But what is it that you and your husband supposed to be coming together to do? What are you supposed to be doing? Because what is it that you're already doing? Since y'all waiting for Boaz, what is it that you already doing?
They got somebody else's husband up there. Let's be honest. I ain't retracting nothing. I said what I said. I want him. Somebody else's man up there.
Your relationships are failing because you lack purpose and you lack vision. You should be looking for a partner and purpose to have an exchange with. And then the love, love gives. Love is not selfish. Love gives. And when someone lends into the vision and the purpose that you were put on the planet to do, you're going to love that person. Oh my God. You definitely going to love that.
Because they see something in you that no one else sees, and they understand your vision, and they want to be a part of that.
What qualities are you looking for? You need to be looking for in yourself. Absolutely.
First.
Major.
Stop putting other men's husbands on your vision board. I said it twice. He ain't yours.
What qualities are you looking for? And that's major. That's major. It's like I would always say, do not allow anybody to do anything for you that you haven't done for yourself.
Have not. No.
People get so excited because somebody bought them this, or somebody gave them that, somebody did this for that. Well, what have you done for yourself?
Girl, he got me a 5 for 5.
He said you a
like
fool.
Y'all other ones.
This one right here, this is the one right here. We're gonna stay on this one. What qualities are you looking for? You need to be looking for in yourself. You want people to just come into your life and just be everything for you that you're not even being for yourself. I don't even allow anybody to do things for me that I haven't done.
That's selfish as hell. I don't know. I just what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Do this for me. And I've never done this for myself.
Never done it for yourself.
So now you're getting used to someone doing something else for you that is really outside your own realm of standard.
Or capability.
Yes, that's the better word. Your
Or
capability.
capability. Can you do that for yourself? Can you flew yourself out? Flew you out. I got flued out. Did you flew you?
Did
Have
you
you ever flown
flew
yourself
you?
to Paris? Have you ever flown yourself to wherever it is you want to go to? Fly yourself to those places. That's why when they come together with people, they be so head over heels, upside down and in love because they letting people do things for them that they haven't done for themselves.
And then when they stop, it's a problem.
And when they stop, it's a problem. It's a major problem. You have to cultivate those qualities, like she said, that want somebody else to have. You want him to have 6 figures. How many figures you got? You want him to have all this money.
Gosh. I just had this talk too. I just had this talk. I had a reading from a lady that told me to say, yes, always got to take care of yourself.
Yeah,
take yourself on a date. Love you.
To take myself on a date. I do that all the time. I've been taking myself.
It's a must. That is a must.
To me, it's more fun because when you go somewhere with your dude, he don't be want you to talk to people and stuff. I talk to strangers. I be like, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all having a good time? I meet more people
jealousy.
when I'm by myself. So I date myself.
If anybody know me, I talk to everybody. But I'm a little bit of an introvert, so
it just goes that you have cultivated those qualities and you enjoy your own company. We talked about that last week. You enjoy your own company. I like myself. Remember, Grandma said those that don't like to be by themselves, they're the only ones in the room. You don't like yourself because you lonely. You're there. How you lonely and you're there?
Us.
It's ridiculous.
We are here.
It's ridiculous. And then it's like when you go and you out and you date yourself, there's nowhere in the world you're gonna go out somewhere and you looking all nice and spiffy, and a man don't look and see you over there by yourself that he's not gonna walk over there and say something to you. You gonna be all beautiful and stuff by yourself.
Hey, baby girl, how you doing? You look hungry.
I'm not by myself. I'm here. I'm not by myself.
Come on,
Dante.
Come get these chicken wings. Come on. Come with me. Come on.
I'm not by myself. I'm right here. And then you just meet more people. You just meet more people. That's all. You meet more people. Be genuine with yourself. You understand what your own flaws are. Ooh, child.
That's key. No, because once you do that, you figure out what your flaws are. You begin so invested in working on you, you ain't even looking for nobody. I'm getting me together. I'm good. I did that, looked up 4 years. Here we go. Oh, I'm just content. Going to the movies by yourself, just doing stuff on your own. I think the good thing about that, again, I'm a man. I ain't got to wait for you to get ready. I ain't got to wait for you to you about to leave and you still want to mingle. I'm gone.
Because the more you be working on your own flaws, you just become better. You get better and better. You get wiser and wiser. You become stronger and stronger. You become more intelligent. They always talk about a better version of yourself, but you ain't never worked on yourself to become the better version.
And here's the main thing. As you work on yourself, you're less tolerant when someone else comes in with the BS. Because I didn't put all this work in on myself. I'm not just going to allow you to come in here and just be any old type of regular.
And she said that you never know who's watching you. Damn, that's it.
True. It's true.
You never know who's watching you, and they're going to, I'm telling you, and the people, it's like you get to a level, and I really hate to use the word frequency because it sounds so new age, but it's like you operate on such a frequency that you automatically start to just not even attract those negative people anymore, and those people that come to suck the life out of you. Normally, those people from your past that you already knew, but you just start attracting people that is on that new level, that you have been cultivating and nurturing in yourself. I'm telling you, I can always tell when I've gone to another level because the people change. The people that are attracted to me, they change. The conversations change. The things that people say to me change. And so I pay attention to all of that stuff. I know that nothing happens by coincidence. I
Mhm.
understand that God speaks to me in a lot of different ways. He can use whoever he wants to. So I'm listening to the things. I'm like, okay, I was never even thinking about that. But I also recognize when my answer comes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because I did have an answer, a question. Do I do it this way or should I do it that way? Now I got the answer. Yeah, exactly. And don't mind who you really are. Absolutely. Because the more you work on your flaws, the more you become comfortable in your own skin. And when you're comfortable in your own skin, you make other people comfortable to be around you.
Hmm.
It's not a chore to be around you. And all of this stems from your purpose. It all stems from taking the time, spending the time with yourself, and finding out what your purpose is. You already know what it is. You're just not paying attention because
Hmm.
it's going to be revealed to you whether it's from your mother, it could be from your friends. Like people always been telling me for years, you need to be a caterer for years. You need to be a caterer. You know, you cook so well, you need to be a caterer. But I cook because it's an act of love. It's
Yes.
not.
Yes.
And not only that, I don't want to be a caterer because I don't know how to duplicate how things look. Like I'll make something, it'll taste good, but it might not. Like because my grandmother was a baker, and I could just never get that baker thing. She was a cook. She was an all around cook, but my aunt was the baker, and I tried to do the scratch, make the bread and stuff from scratch. It tasted good, but it didn't look so good. So in order for you to really be a caterer, you have to duplicate how your stuff looks every single time. So mine might taste good every single time, but look the same every single time. You know what I mean?
No, I've been cooking for myself in here. Yeah. No. Mm.
What did she say? She said it honestly. And so this is why your relationships are, because you're looking at we don't have any trust and we don't trust you for what? What we gonna trust you for? What we communicating about? We done already talked about the stuff. We need to talk about something different. And see, when you have a partner, a relationship isn't anything without communication. But what is communication? This is a show about communication and relationships,
Mhm.
bridging the gap because men and women don't think the same. We have different perspectives, different levels of comprehension and understanding. So communication has the ability to bring, that's what communion. You get the word
Mhm.
communion from communication. It brings people together. But you have to be talking about something. Have you ever listened to people argue about the same thing? Every time you get into an argument, the argument is never resolved. You keep arguing about the same thing over and over. You never come to a resolution.
Head of y'all something because the reason why that is like we said earlier. I think it was before. I'm not sure if it was before the show or not. It's about selfishness. I want my issue to be heard, and I don't really care what the other person is saying. So that's why I don't get resolved. What do I care?
She said, talk to him about everything. He has to be your best friend. But see, even with that, even with the best friend, listen, if you can't keep a secret, he's not going to tell you nothing. If he
Nope.
tell you something and he hear you on the phone talking to your girlfriend about it, he's never going to tell you anything. So, you got to learn how to keep a secret in a relationship. If the man comes to you and he tells you something, you got to keep it. You
Yes,
can't go telling everybody.
because he's telling his friend, his partner, his significant other. That's it. Not your girlfriends, not the people in the barbershop, none of that. No. Uh-uh.
Because men, they are just as emotional as women are. They just don't show it like
Right.
women do. You know what I'm saying? They just don't show it like women do. So they're no less emotional. They human. They have feelings. So just because he's a man, he got physical strength doesn't mean he doesn't have any feelings. He still has feelings. And so
Mm-hmm.
you have to be his confidant. You have to be his safe place to land. You got to be his safe place to land. And I think, once upon a time when I was married, I think that was the thing that probably attracted my husband to me more than everything. I was his confidant. He could talk to me about anything. And I was that safe place for him to come and to share, and not 2 months later throw it up in his face and use it against him
Oh,
and weaponize the thing that he confided in me. That's another thing. Y'all get into an argument. Well, that's why you. Now you throwing it up in his face, and now he don't trust you. And then you
can
wonder
I
why.
tell you nothing? No, and that's how other women are able to slip their slithery butts in there. Nah, absolutely. Let him vent. And when
Roxette,
he vents,
Roxy, hi.
hey, what's going on?
Let him
And when
vent.
he vents, you gotta hush. This is not a time to go back and forth. This is not a time to let me get in here and say something, because a lot of times we'll vent and that'll be it. We don't need to fix it because we'll already take care of it. We just gotta get this out. Once we get it out, we'll fix it. But now you know about it. So
Well, women that be trying to fix it, they be trying to fix it because they don't see them as men. They see them as little boys. That's why they be trying to fix it. You don't fix a grown man. You fix your son. You might help fix your son, but you don't fix a grown man. So that those women that be trying to fix it, they don't perceive him as an adult, as a man. You know, you got to see that this is my man. He got something on his heart. He want to share. He's upset. And see, in those times, in those intimate times, if he is in public and he gets upset, you're gonna be the only one that can calm him down.
Yep.
But how you handle it behind closed doors is going to determine how he responds to you in public.
That is the absolute truth. That is the truth. Because Hawk was a big dude, but what's the chick? Black Widow can easily calm him down. No issue, no problem.
Because in their intimate time, he's able to vent, you know, in the safe zone without judgment. You know, he's not being judged. It's not being thrown up in his face. You know what I'm saying? So now in public, if he loses cool, all she got to do is look at him and shake, baby. He calms right down.
Right down. I even think Mike Tyson had somebody like that in his life.
Behind closed doors. She love behind them closed doors is where the work goes in. See, it's behind closed doors. It's going to determine what's going to happen in public.
Oh.
Yes, behind closed doors, because it's sacred. Relationships are sacred, whether it be your husband or your son, your family, whoever it is. Whatever the relationship is, it has to have a level of trust that I can trust you with this information. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that this person, you don't want to tear them down because you want them to fulfill purpose. That's what you want them to do. She said, my relationship is not for everyone. Exactly. I married him. It actually is between you, him, and God, period.
That's it. That's it.
And this is probably the most that I've talked about marriages, because I don't know if we talk about marriage, because marriage is sacred, and I have great respect for people's marriages. You know what I mean? But I'm just talking about individually. A lot of women are not in those marriage relationships, and they don't have longevity in those relationships because they're not understanding that it all starts with your personal vision and finding out what your purpose is. And I'm not talking about just starting a business. You know, things happen a little bit at a time. You know, doing business is a level. Before you can get to that business level, you got to conquer that personal level. What are your personal relationships like? What is your relationship like when you go to work with your boss and everything? What is your relationship like in your family with your children? What are your children saying about you?
They crazy.
And it's not only the woman, right?
It's true. This is true. It takes two. Can't do
Wow,
stuff.
this hour just flew by. It just flew
Indeed,
by.
it did.
But partners in purpose. You want your relationship to work, you got to hook up with people, whether it be in your friendships or whatever, that lend a purpose into your life. You know what I mean? Get a vision, get a goal, burn that
An
vision.
intangible one, not a physical one.
Dante, go ahead and close this out. Not a physical one. What, Dante?
Intangibles. Work on that. Not the purpose, just for, yes, like-minded. Yes, that'll help a great deal.
Like-minded. She said like-minded. She said, Roxy said, I had to learn the hard way because I used to tell my mom everything because that was how I was raised, but she would not keep her mouth shut. Ooh, mama. At least if they tell, mama, you got to keep it to yourself. Ooh, mama.
Yes, you do. And she should know better. Mama.
No,
you gotta
because
that up.
mama has to understand that, she's grown now. She's not a little kid, and she has to respect that.
Yes.
She can't go
grown.
tell them. Because we think, okay, our kids come tell us something, we can tell the rest of the family. And it's like, no. Yeah.
No, you can't. Because some family members aren't ready to receive the information they're about to get. And although that one person is who's trying to bring that family together, they can go around and get that information. Put it out there.
Married. Like when you're married and you telling your mom stuff, because she's been your confidant. Now you got a husband and you telling your mom. Like what happens is after y'all done made up, mom's still mad at him.
Pissed. Yes.
Because what you told mom. So mom has to understand that, you have to be able to tell whatever it is going on, and then you can't treat him no differently and say anything. You can't be single and still live a single mind frame. Child, we see that every day, all the time.
Every day.
All the time.
You got to put that single mind frame away. Isn't the Bible says, you as a child, you thought as a child, but when you became an adult, that's the mindset too. Damn it. It got to go. You listen, I'm a 2X, 1X dude. You're not going to see you in here walking around with a medium. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to fit. Walk around here with a crop top. Yeah, it fit. No, it don't. My mindset is not of that. You got to put that away. I'm not walking around here. Yeah, this gonna work. It's not at all.
It happens all the time in relationships. But they still.
Yeah, single. Because again, you having a single mentality or a mind frame, and you're with someone that just shows you how selfish you are. You're not considering them. That person's just there.
That's why the relationships are failing. That's what I'm saying. Why are your relationships failing? And the reason why I wanted that to be the title is because I want you to ask yourself the question. Why are your relationships failing? Because people don't never ask themselves that question. They just point the finger at the other person. No. Why? Hey,
what's going on, Ray? What's going on, Ray?
Why did it fail? Why did it not work? No. Why? And don't be blaming everything on him. Don't blame everything on him.
You have a part to play as well. Figure out what your part is and focus on that. That will make you better.
Focus on that. And that's gonna make you better. That's gonna make you better. He say hi.
What's going on? No,
make you better. Y'all need to write a book, Ray. How long y'all been married? Y'all always tell married people how long they been married?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's been a couple.
2 years before they got married.
Years. Definitely been a few years.
Well, then they still need to write a book. Because people need so much help. I don't normally deal with married people. I deal with individual single people. I mean, I could. She said 6 years. I mean, I could.
That's 6 years too
I got 14 years under my belt. I got 14 years under my belt. I can take you to the 14 line.
I got 2 trials.
I'm at the drop you off. I can drop you off at 14. Get on the elevator. I'll let you off at 14. After that, you're on your own.
My marriage was like when you sign up for the subscription. but you left your credit card on file, so they kept charging it. That's how my marriages
Dante,
were. No.
she said they've been together since 2006. Yeah.
Hmm.
Partners in purpose.
Successful.
Partner for a greater purpose. So, because what's going to happen is as they lend themselves in their personal lives and in their family and in their business, then the next level is, now you're going to go, you got to go worldwide, Ray. Worldwide. International.
He's already working on that. I can tell you that personally. I'm not going to go into full detail, but he got some things in the works.
That's the next level. He ain't got no choice but to go there. Because that's how it is when you in purpose. And then he got a partner in purpose. Now you got to make impact. You're not just making impact in your personal life. You make an impact in your family life. You make an impact every place you go. And then it's going to go global, international, worldwide. That's what it's about. And if you're not doing that, then you're just miserable. You just wasting skin. Dante, if I tell you one time to close us out.
Because you do the same thing. Close us out. And then you go into this soliloquy. I was like, all
right. All right, go ahead.
Okay. All right. When it comes to your relationship, what you have to do first and foremost, figure out why you're here. What is the benefit of me being here for you? Not saying that, hey, this is all about me, because again, relationships are about servitude, friendship, best friend, relationship, romantic relationship. Why are you here? Not just because you look good, you smell nice, and you can cook. Because at the end of the day, it's more, I can feed myself. I can figure some things out. Are you going to introduce me to something new, and vice versa? Can I learn from you? Can you be taught? Again, when I talk about the intangible things, again, those are the things that are naturally instilled. Like Ms. Connor said, like-minded. You're going to go further if you find someone. I mean, what's it, Amos 3:3? How can two agree unless they walk together? It helps. Not saying that you're going to agree on all things, but damn it, if I can get the majority of the things, okay, great. You do have your own mindset. You do have your own feelings. And she said also, venting. This goes both ways. Whatever you tell me, it stays in the vault. It stays with me. You talking to me gives me greater insight as to who you are and how you deal with things. Not all things require a response, thus the word vent. Let me talk. Let me get this out. If you feel as though you want to ask a question, or hey, can I say something? Okay, cool. But sometimes volunteering that information that no one asked for, again, it's another, for some men, it's another barrier. It's like, yeah, I'm not talking to her because she always got something to say. No, I just need to get this off my chest. We're going to be all right. We're going to be cool. Relationships are not, I repeat, are not hard at all. People overcomplicate them with their tendencies, their demands that they can't meet themselves due to their capabilities. Oh, I need a Fendi bag, but you work for tips somewhere. Do what you can do in your capabilities. I've heard people say this before, and at first I was like, that's pretty messed up. I understand it now. Date in your tax bracket, date in your salary range. It's true. It's true. You don't be out. I mean, I understand faith, yes, but don't be out here. Oh, I need a 6-figure man, and you a thousandaire. Just do what you can. If you would need a 6-figure man, I need for you to wait. Or woman, wait until you get to that level, then get what you can't ask nothing if it ain't in you. That's it for me.
I just say make your own money. So thank you guys for showing up. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Miss Connor. Thank you guys for the support.
Yes, Miss Hudson. She was in here too.
Miss Hudson, where you been, girl? We miss you. Where you at, girl? So we'll be back next Sunday. I don't know what we're going to be talking about, but it's going to be something wonderful, something that's going to give
also,
you something to think about.
Last thing before I go, got to give a shout out to my son. He's 16 years old. He's not getting my car, but happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday, G. We will see you guys next Sunday. Like and share.